The United Nations and other international organizations have continued sounding alarm bells of a global hunger pandemic of biblical proportions as a result of cascading effects of the COVID-19 attack. Even though Hindus are not the cause of the world's problems, because of the strength of history of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, we are responsible to reach out and provide conscious and sustainable solutions. Stating that as many as 265 million people around the world may be pushed to the brink of starvation before the end of this year, the United Nations has called for an additional $10.3 billion required to meet current food shortage needs. The figure of those facing food shortage is more than double the number of 130 million who were estimated to suffer food shortages last year. According to a World Food Program analysis, 820 million people face sustained hunger caused by economic hardship, price hikes, and substantial breaks in the food supply chain. Millions who already struggle to support themselves and their families have been struck by economic hardship caused by lockdowns around the globe. World Food Program officials say in a worst-case scenario, we could be looking at famine in about 36 countries, and in fact, in 10 of these countries, we already have more than 1 million people per country who are on the verge of starvation. In many places, this human suffering is the heavy price of conflict. With already half of countries facing humanitarian crisis, we are seeing the first increase in global poverty since 1990. It is time Hindus take responsibility to rise on the strength of their ancestors' great tradition of enriching and reach out in every possible way. After more than 6 months of fear, indecision, and social and economic instability, populations around the world are facing what is called pandemic fatigue or disaster fatigue, under which the mind and body of people are completely exhausted while facing a crisis. The result of this exhaustion can be seen across the world as people in large numbers are moving out as lockdown conditions are eased. At many beaches, people are visiting to get rid of their tiredness even while being at the top of the COVID-19 affected countries. A stress hormone, cortisol, is produced in excess due to fear and apprehension when we face a crisis or epidemic-like situation. The excess of cortisol causes physical and mental troubles like body and muscle pain, high blood pressure, anxiety, and depression. In order to avoid it, people get out of their house despite facing the deadly coronavirus. Get online solutions today. Explore kailasa.org and kailasa.tv/minutes for peace. The Hindu diaspora all over the world is known for two things. They are rich. Hindus are almost the richest ethnic minority in all the developed countries and many of the major countries from USA to Europe to Africa to Australia. We can't deny this fact. And Hindus are extremely charitable givers. Multiple survey studies by various universities all over the world on the human behavior and sociology prove again and again Hindus are rich and charitable, great givers. It is time Hindus organize and start providing hunger relief all over the world. Sri Kailasa has organized to address the needs of more than hundreds of millions around the world facing imminent crisis today. The effort involves identifying global population needs and making the link between resources and supports and ensuring results are delivered to those in need. The United Nations has listed out the countries where they expect large number of deaths may happen due to hunger. Sri Kailasa has begun delivering crisis relief services for 6 major areas: world peace and conflict resolution, psychological healing and spiritual counseling, global services for relief work, yogic Ayurvedic medical solutions, environmental protection, and global services for protecting animal rights. Even Hindus who don't have treasure are very happy to share their time and talent, especially when it comes to providing food. Hindus believe that providing food is the highest priority. When one gives food, it is equal to giving life. Register at kailasa.org/global services.